What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part 29 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Taurox the Brass Bull campaign. So as we saw last time, Taurox did nothing, but we had some great battles as the Pestigors debuted in a great assault of Waldenhof, going up the walls through the siege towers in and through the gate and fighting everything there. And on top of that, we were able to get a very nice battle with our Tzeentchian army against the forces of Slaanesh. Yet again, the gods are vying for supremacy, but the only gods who win are those who will support Taurox. Anyway, between the episodes I went ahead and did a few little mini battles here just so that we didn't break the poor CYGORs again with an auto-resolve by taking out Solsona because it had a garbage little garrison but not worth auto-resolving, and a few little escapees from the battle around Gualcazar. This episode we're going to start off by having Taurox chase down Deathmaster Snitch. Not going to be much of a battle. In fact, I think we'll just do it regular style, as in manually. And the main thing I want to see is Taurox chase Snitch down. The rest of that can be destroyed by our army, probably without any control. So we're just going to go in, and I want to see the little duel and let the rest of the army take care of itself. Almost tempted to send Taurox in by himself, although there's a lot of armor piercing on specifically Snitch's gutter runners, so it might still be, not the slingers, but the regular ones, so it might still be potentially hurty for Taurox, but we'll see. Let's gather everybody up, start the deployment. I don't really care about the way the rest of the units are deployed either. Like so, and like so. You guys can be group 2, you guys can be in group 3. Silly though it may be. Taurox, start battle, go. You two both use your healing potions, and speed this up. Where's Deathmaster Snitch? There he is. Alright, head directly towards him, Taurox, right through everything. And, ooh, looks like that chieftain actually hit ya. Well, isn't that lovely? Bloodbeast on you. Get those units out of your way and just start fighting. If Snitch moves in to actually fight you... Ooh, yeah, that's a nice contest. If Snitch moves in to fight Taurox, we can probably pop his defensive traits. And how are we doing here? Yeah, that chieftain's in a bad way. Alrighty, but he was brave, or at least his ogre was brave to dare to take Taurox on, though he won't be brave for too much longer, as Taurox will bring him down. Thank you. Wait. Yes, down he goes, and what is this? Is that a Eshin sorcerer? Indeed it is. Snitch, you should really be protecting this little fella. Where is Snitch? Oh, he's not fighting. Taurox remains relatively unhurt, and it's time to go after that Eshin sorcerer. We could also, if we really wanted to, buff Taurox up, and oh, what the heck is this? Some clan rats got summoned. Okay, well, Taurox, this is you. It's all you, bud. Until the enemy heads for the rest of the army, we're going to ignore everything in favor of having you just be extremely frightening. There you go. Oh, what an obnoxious lord. And let's see how that Eshin sorcerer is looking. And ooh, Deathmaster Snitch is in there, but you know what? We should take that sorcerer out. Use the Bloodbeast to knock the enemy away and charge towards him. Just speed it up a little bit. Like so. Hopefully Snitch stays around. Yes, indeed he will. Alright. Sorcerer shattered. You head towards Snitch, abuse your abilities, and ooh, that took about 25% of his HP. Snitch is gonna do some fancy blade work, and then he's gonna back off. Yeah, well, he's an assassin, so that's hardly surprising. Calling for some clan rats, but yeah, that's Taurox before you, bud. I don't think the clan rats are gonna help. And even if there's no animation for it, but honestly, I feel like Taurox will just pick up one of the clan rats and beat you to death with it, so, you know. Alrighty, run, Snitch, run. He's not shattered, but his body will be broken shortly, and I guess we can send the rest of the army in now. And, oh, he runs faster than Taurox does? No. Well, he might actually return. Taurox, keep on chasing. Come on. If he can activate his charge, he'll run a little bit faster. Now, look at that. The rest of the army is fighting. Don't care about that because they have no chance. Can we run him down? Bloodbeast wouldn't help us here. Damn, the slowdown of that is quite annoying. He's very, very slowly closing the distance. Come on, you gotta activate that charge. And Bloodbeast. That didn't really help. Come on, hit him once. Come on. The little guy's right there. There we go, gourd to the back. Should have just stepped on his tail, man. That would have done it. Anyway, let's see how the rest of the battle is going without paying attention to it at all. Our units are just working on it on their own, which is just fine. Let's get them a few buffs just so that they kill quicker. Throw a few spells around. The Franklin's probably not necessary. Taurox is going to clear out this unit of gutter runners, and otherwise I think we just speed it up. Yeah, and the army will shatter. Alrighty. And I just make sure that the units that are running don't return. Who's still fighting? Who has not yet shattered? Oh, a unit of clan rats has moved in. Yeah, we gotta make sure that you all chase. Don't let those units recover. It is the Skaven after all, as they will come back if you let them. Alright, make sure you chase, Taurox, activate Bloodbeast in there, and speed it up to max, and... Oh, you gotta be kidding me, they summon another. But there's the shatter, okay. Obviously, not a battle worth fighting, which is why we didn't cinematicize it, but, well, it was a battle worth, well, watching Taurox was worth it. Watching him kill all three, not bother with his healing potion, just wreck face. I'm almost tempted to just give him a potion of strength to make him hit even harder, because he really hasn't been in any situation where anything's threatened him. But I suppose if we were to attack the Wood Elves, he might take like 1,000,000 arrows to the face, and that might actually hurt him. Potentially. Anyway, sacrifice those captives, my friend. And unfortunately we can't move any further in. Oh! Victory over Slaanesh for Aberku. Well, that's just swell. That's just swell indeed. And defeated Deathmaster Stalk. Taurox with Stalk. That's the most frightening thing I've ever heard. Oh my lord. You know what? This would also be hilarious on Kolek. But Taurox is pretty up there as well. Pretty much on a level with Kolek, I would say, in terms of a unit that really shouldn't get stuck, but that's pretty great, not gonna lie. Anyway, I think we'll take Guanyar and then make Durango here a, yeah, this one's in a blood ground. Yeah, we can make Durango a, whatchamacallit, a Herdstone. Oh wow, it goes all the way to Skavenblight here. We're not gonna bother going to Skavenblight ourselves, I think. I mean, I guess we could jump over the mountains and raise it just to make Clan Scryer cry if we really, really wanted to. There is potential there. But I'll think about it. Anyway, let's see who else needs to move. Morgar, I believe you had some stuff to raise yourself, good sir. Go right here to Gerslev, and we were gonna get you a Wargor, but... Close victory. I wonder. This is gonna hurt us, but it's okay. I'll resolve it anyway. It's just not worth fighting. I really would like to find an actual Kislefied army. Why does it feel like we haven't been able to find one? And damn, I was hoping you could go all the way here, but alas, you cannot. Go into raiding stance, though, and you can raid there. Get a little bit of cash for us, and this is their new capital. Well, their capitals are gonna keep on changing until we figure that out. And get you. You've been waiting for a Wargor, and that will be your Wargor. And in fact, wait, you've also been waiting for Tsangor. A regular Tsangor, your last regular Tsangor, so... And that'll be yours as well, and if we want to build anything... Now is probably the time. We could get the Toxic Grounds, the Jabberslythe, we have the Shaman Spire, so we're good there. The Totem of Bones is not a bad thing to have. Oh, let's get the Raiding Horde. Horde, whatever. And I want the constant casualty replenishment out of the pile of flesh. Yes, it's expensive, but, you know, it is quite nice to have. Sidhu Bilehorn, you, sir, are going to move, I guess, in... Ah, damn, he can't reach us. I swear he could have reached it last turn. That's the second time that's done that to me. Game, what are you doing? Bizarre. Maybe it's something to do with this particular army. I genuinely have no idea why it keeps doing that, but, well, what can you do? Anyway, Aberku, you just sit here for as long as we have you, although we can get you the impaled corpses to get a little bit more dread per turn. We're not quite there, but we're actually getting close to the point where the dread is no longer going to be necessary, which would be just swell. I mean, all of our god armies are on the field. We just had to get them into actual combat, which admittedly is going to take a little bit of time, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And we're getting there to the end of the campaign as well. Anyway, low bestial rage forward, the Gorehorn again. Oh, Slaneshi army, I know you want to fight and enjoy said fighting, but it'll take a little bit longer, let's say. Primal Fury upgraded, nearly upgraded. I believe we're ready to end the turn and see if anybody else is willing to attack us here. Ah, damn, I was really hoping Kislev would actually bring out a full proper stack. It's gotta have little Groms and Ice Bears and crazy stuff somewhere. It has to. And by it I mean Kislev. The faction, but we haven't encountered it yet. These guys are still alive. We've left them alive to some degree, so we should make sure that we destroy them. And by the looks of it, nobody's gonna attack us. Okay, well then. Army receives plague. Trickster cult discovered. Hallstedt. We don't care about that because they're our allies. Settlement receives plague, 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 plague. There's that Primal Fury upgraded. We still have the Unnatural Order. Leadership Orosize during ambushes. Don't particularly care about that. I guess the campaign line of sight out of the Messenger of the Brayherd is somewhat valuable still. It is nice to see far, far away. Now, does anybody have a battle immediately before them? What the heck is this? Oh, rebels, okay. The Bilbali rebels. I was like, wait, where are you from? Malagor Barboza is where you're headed. And knock it down if you would. And oh my lord, the incarnate elemental of beasts is hated even more by the auto-resolve than the giants. In fact, that damaged us so badly we're gonna have to raise in advance to heal up a little bit more. Won't heal us quite to full, but it's reasonably close. Go all the way over here, good sir. And then we'll take Alquazaro next. And maybe a little bit bonus dread from those Bilbali rebels. Now, speaking of dread, what we want to do now is get 2 more Bestigors for Kazrak. So 1 and 2. And we'll build those in a second. If I can find Kazrak on the... Ooh, Balthazar Gelt. Oh, we got a battle, folks. We don't... I mean, his army's not full. We're at 18 out of 20, and he has 2 stacks here. And yet... Well, I guess we could try to ambush Gelty. I don't know if it's super necessary, but, you know, we might. Let's buff up the Fury of the Herd, and, you know what, actually, no, I lied. We don't have as many of these right now. So instead, we're gonna get Beastlord's Lash to buff up the Doggos and the Piggies, rather than the 3 units that the other thing would affect. Beastlord's Lash it is. Alright, that should be a decent strength buff. Let's buff up all the other units as well. What do we get here? Don't care for the Purple Son of Zareus, don't particularly care for Doom and Darkness either. Though I suppose there will be situations where it'll be useful. You know what, let's get Uncanny Senses for that magic thing, and then let's get Melee Attack. Frankly, we'll get you Unnatural Thirst as well shortly. You have most of the good stuff. I don't care for Amber Spear, but we will get Scouting, Evasion, and... You don't really... Well, actually, the Curse of Enra here is a pretty decent pickup at pretty much all times. Earthing. Alright, Earthing, and then just a couple more levels and we declare war and go on in. Had to take some seconds to actually think about that one. Many-limbed Fiend and Bloodlust for you. Alright, that one was easy. You have Retinue Physician, you have most of the good stuff, you have the totems, you have all this stuff. Meaning, you can just get Shadow Hide. an easier way through your actual fighty tree. Lovely. Need the defenses in particular. You don't have Many-Limbed Fiend, and oh, you don't have Retinue Valet maxed out. Well, then we're gonna max that out, and now we're ready to go. Balthy. Balthy. You are currently allied with Reichland. Go figure. Declare war. Don't call allies.
No, sir.
Let's see if Kazrak can find him. Free armored of silvered steel. Balthy, you like gold, I hear? Really tempted to get all of them fighting at the same time. Oh wow, there's a lot of units at Fort Overstar. But then Balthazar will escape, which I don't particularly like. Nonetheless, go. If we fail the ambush, it'll achieve what we want anyway, and okay, we did not fail the ambush, so I guess we're going to ambush him. Away we go. Alrighty, here we go. We can't expect a speech from Kazrak for obvious reasons, as this is an ambush, but, well, this is going to go very, very badly for Balthazar Gelt. Over in the back line, we deployed our Razor Gore chariots and all of our Hounds of Pestilence to immediately hit all those fragile range units, while the Bestigors, together with our Minotaurs and Piggies, hit the enemy main line of piles of halberdiers. Kazrak will head directly towards Gelti, while the Wargors head into the pile of halberds. Alright, ambushes are usually extremely quick, so I don't expect this to last particularly long. Kazrak can duel the enemy, whether it be Gelt or whether it be his Empire Captain, while we take care of the rest of their army. We drop down a Flock of Doom as well as a Soul Blight upon the enemy, vastly decreasing their fighting capabilities just as we move in to the fray. Kazrak has nearly defeated the Empire Captain. The enemy backline has already been completely ripped apart by our Hounds and by our Razor Gore chariots, and now it's just a matter of knocking out the rest of the enemy melee infantry, which are, by the looks of them being surrounded, and those Flocks of Doom are in pretty bad shape already. And, ooh, looks like Gelt is going to hit back. A Searing Doom comes down upon some of our Bestigors there, and the Empire Captain is done. But you know what? Gelt has given up, or rather, he's abandoning the rest of his army. He's effectively full HP. He cast that Searing Doom once or twice, and he's just running, while Kazrak runs down his Empire Captain, who attempts to escape. And, okay, it looked like that miss. How far? Huh. Kazrak actually runs faster than the horse does. Quite nice. Alright, good job, Kazrak. You bring him down while we bring down the rest of the enemy troops, though by the looks of it, they're pretty much done for already. I mean, it's an ambush, and once again, this is pretty much always what happens in ambushes. They rarely last more than a minute or so. And this one lasted roughly about a minute. Nice estimating, Ruinous. Thanks, Ruinous. Alright, there we go. With that, we're done. Balthazar Gelt has escaped, but I don't think any of the units in his army, other than him, will be able to do the same. Hey, another Book of Ashur. Very nice indeed. Now, poor Gelti really had nothing going for him in that particular battle. They got absolutely annihilated with very minimal damage, and pretty much looks like every single kill from Gelt himself. 11 kills and 12,000 damage. The rest of his army, basically, did nothing whatsoever. And Gelt only got those kills from dropping a Searing Doom on our melee line and one on this unit of doggos. Well, good for him. He does give us 2,500 gold. Gelt should give you, like, double gold for just killing him. Or attacking him, whatever. Now, here's the question. Do we actually want to kill him off right now? The thing is, Guilt has a great defeat trait. The armor plus 10, and well, we don't really care about the research rate, but the armor plus 10 is good for any army. So allowing him to live or revive may actually be beneficial, and especially if we send Sidhu Bilehorn after him. On the other hand, though, we could send Sidhu after some dwarfs, which would work as well. Karakadrin, eh? Karakadrin. Could certainly be something that we want to take out, and Karakadrin actually works on these two as well. Yeah, fine, we'll just kill off Guilt then. And if we find him again somewhere else, we'll find him again. Oh, wait, but if we go after him now, by the looks of it, we won't be able to reach Fort Oberstar, which we should probably do. And we were going to set up a herdstone here as well, so we probably should. And Pyrrhic Victory? Alright, let's double check if he has another army nearby. I feel like this is a waste of time in terms of fighting it. He does have this army, which in march stance might be able to move to help. Well, let's hope it doesn't. Oh my lord, yeah, it probably will. I wasn't expecting that much damage. I was expecting a decent amount of damage, but not that much damage. Raise, herdstone. I'm almost tempted to say raise, and then we'll get a herdstone anyway. And just for the bonus replenishment rate. Oh wait, but then our vigor will be lost as well. No, fine, raise the herdstone. Ugh, this is gonna be iffy. Alrighty, this is what I get for keeping on auto-resolving. I mean, damn. You are good to heal. We will set you outside of the settlement and we will put you into raiding oh. Damn, no, you know what? We won't do that. I doubt that they'll siege, but either way, it doesn't change the fact that we want to get you two of those Bestigors. Almost tempted to delete the Blackhorn's Ravagers and the cows here, but you know what? That's fine. It's fine. It's a decent number of Bestigors anyway with 4, and I want the Blackhorn's Ravagers somewhere, and nobody's gonna buff them as much as Kazrak anyway, so, you know, that works. It works for our purposes at the current time. Good. Kazrak, is there anything else you need to build? We have the Totem of Horns, which is always great. And, oh, yeah, fine, get the hold of Beast Filth. Damn it. Gotta get more Dread, at least for a little while longer. Next up, who do we have around here? First of all, Malagor, oh, you've already moved, my bad. If we're going to set up a herdstone in Durango, whatever, we should take Guanyar first. Will this give us a rampage? It will, actually. Huh, which means we would be able to move out. Ain't the worst thing in the world. I do have to wonder if there are defenders at Skaven Blight, but at the same time, we need to start heading towards Athalor, and we can't go after every single faction. None of them stand a chance against us anyway, you know? Fine, go here. Go to Guanyar. We will just raise it, or... A moment. Will we get enough to pop the ritual if we raise this? I mean, we will from here. Well, actually, we will. Yeah, fine. Raise Guanyar first, just straight up raise it. And go for Luton raise? It's actually not much. Nonetheless. Alright, then... Access Rampage, good. We will select the ward save again, because that's what we like. And wait, was it still up? Yeah, for one more turn. And we still have Stampede of Spoils for one turn as well. And then you're gonna head to Durango. And you're gonna do the same thing, but this time you're gonna raise a stone. Oh wow, that actually killed a few of our bulls. How dare you, game. Raise Herdstone. Alright, and then we simply have to head to Saint Jacques, and weird that the blood ground didn't oh, there it is, alright. You then go here, then you're gonna go into, I don't know, whatever stance, and you're gonna head to Saint Jacques with a quick reset of your replenish your movement, you know what I mean. And then go here, oh, probably won't work. Assuming that we ignore the rest of these Skaven territories for now, they might even want to peace out at some point, but yeah, we should head through the rest of Bretonnia. Ignore the rest of them. Alright, so go right here then, fine. Raise this place as well. And, ooh, well, if that isn't two Clan Scryer armies, I wonder if they would like a fight. Because we certainly would. You can go into Ruination, you can then auto-resolve this, and you can... Almost tempted to raise an advance for the additional movement speed. Ah, stop moving. Then, if you go into Juggernaut raiding, we can reach them. But will they fight? They also have nukes on them, which is great for them. This should allow us to also pop the ritual immediately. They can't get those back. Very nice, Taurox. Very nice indeed. And now, even if they run, we should be able to still reset his movement for a little bit, though the Savage Rampage is nearly back up. Alright, looking good. And hey, Wulfric the Wanderer has returned, though he ain't taken Gwalkazar in the same way that he took that other territory. I do know that there's a fight at Raganos here, so we'll save that for a few. Morgur is looking good. Where the heck is Serena Catrin? Also perform this ritual. We've taken a pretty big chunk out of Kislev at this point, including Kislev itself. And still seen neither hide nor hair of Kistelton or of Spirits of Norvard, Vampire Coast. Nice. Neither hide nor hair of either of the lords of Kislev that should be down here. Although I actually don't remember if Kistelton's been moved somewhere else. Is this worthy of a fight? No, there's basically nothing there. You gotta be kidding me. Morgur. Alright, if we don't find him, obviously we won't end the campaign with Morgur just running around. Granted, we've seen his army do its thing a million times at this point, but nonetheless. You... Chaos Spawn, goodbye. Wait, I guess we could... The Beef Blenders? Okay, wait. Merge selected. Beef Blenders still live? Good. Chaos Spawn, goodbye. We were always going to delete this unnamed one. I guess we could delete a Centaur instead. Well, it's too late now. I still wanted the Wargor in this army because while it doesn't provide us too much benefit, as in... Wait, does it buff Sangors at all? Like regular Sangors? No, just the chosen Sangors and various kinds of Bestigors. It's a little bit unfortunate. I feel like it should buff Sangors. But oh well, this gives us nothing and this really doesn't give us much. Oh, we could just go for Instrument of Chaos to get the additional replenishment. Or Breakneck, yeah, let's go Instrument of Chaos. Then we'll go Replenish Troops, Renowned, we'll go Corroded Will, obviously, we'll go for Blood on the Wind for movement, Eerie Insight, Totem of Herd, Totem of Victims, Will of the Dark Gods. We need Retinue Physician, so we'll go Retinue Valet. Into Inspirational, into Retinue, should be plenty of healing, should in fact max it out, and then quickly through Many-Limbed Fiend, and Bloodlust giving us literally everything that we wanted. Then you're going to head on in and raise this place. Still very much in range of Kislev, and I guess we'll head to Belava next. Gotta Beloved. Alright. Oh, I'm so stupid. Raise. Alright, you, sir, are going back into raiding stance, and you'll head to Belava next turn. Stay in our own territory to heal you basically to full. Fantastic. That's gonna help us out. Is it me, or is the last of the Chaos Spawn always getting hurt when we auto-resolve? It's always the 6th or 7th one, now 6th, which is quite curious. I wonder why that is. And why would it be the last one? If anything, shouldn't the last one be the last one into combat with the head game? And what the heck is going on? Anyway, let's see, Taurox. I might save the... Oh, it's just piles of Skaven slaves. This might not even be worth fighting. I was hoping for something a little bit more fighty, and I know that there's a bunch of Slaaneshi here, and I know that we fought Slaaneshi many a time, but it's a full stack, and it'll be a little bit more action for our CYGORs, which still need a little bit of work. Alright, we were going through Voice of the Dark Gods, we shall continue, but after Uncanny Senses, I think we'll fight this one, Raganos. Go for Ruination stance, we'll head on in. Do not take one of our Sangors, please. They will take nothing. Valiant defeat, you say. See, that's a little bit more worth fighting. Go. Nice shot indeed. Here we go. How many times are we going to have to teach the Rapturous Excess this lesson as once again they face off against the Tzeentch/ranged army? Now that said, I don't believe have had the opportunity to fight in a minor settlement with them, so why not? Why not? Let's see how we do here. I'm going to start off in 2 separate areas of the map, wherein we will push up 2 to 3 units of CYGORs on each side, and then 3 units of our chosen Sandgors. Going to move up a little bit as we get into position and begin. Alrighty, now the biggest problem in this particular battle for us is going to be, once again, those units of Chaos Spawn of Slaanesh. They're surprisingly resistant, as we saw. They just took all those volleys and barely took any damage, and despite the fact that they only have 20%. Oh, and the physical resistance should actually be ignored. Well, it's going to take some time to work our way through them, but not to worry, we have plenty of units here, and the spears and the anti-large on all of our units of chosen Sandgors, plus our heroes and lords have arrived, and we move in with activating the Vissen's wild form to give us a little bit more damage and a little bit more armor as well. Some Marauders of Slaanesh have moved in. These are the spear variant with their... Or is it? Wait, no, this is the sword variant. So I guess they should be at least decently effective here, though once again, it's not them that we're really worried about. Sailing overhead, we still have these stones coming in from all of our CYGORs, and hopefully we'll be able to badly maul the enemy units as they move in, or at the very least, before they arrive. Over on this side, we are still fighting, and it looks like some demonettes are going to take the administrations of the Tzeentchian arrows this time around, which is as we want it, as we don't really want to be fighting demonettes in melee either, or at the very least to whichever degree we can avoid doing so. This one is pretty badly hurt, but a new fresh unit of Exalted Demonettes is coming in to bring up the rear, and that one will probably be able to engage us. First of the enemy Chaos Spawn units has died, but a second one has unfortunately moved in to back up those Slaaneshi Marauders. And we're going to have to continue blocking these guys off. Now, one of the issues here is that while we do this, the enemy tower is firing at us this entire time, and Slaaneshi towers are really quite strong. So the longer we stay here like this, and the more damage we're going to be taking from it. And granted, we will hopefully get some nice shots on the enemy blob here with our CYGORs, and probably get a few flocks of doom on the blob as well. But the blob is doing quite well. On top of that, it does seem that the blob is blocking the rest of our range units off well enough so that they can't arc their arrows overhead to thunk into these units, which is going to be a little bit of a problem, as these guys are having to fight effectively in melee without any range support. Even the Ungor Raiders here are unable to fire over, including at the spawn, which kind of surprises me, as the spawn are pretty big, or at the very least bigger than standard infantry units. And you'd think we'd be able to have our Ungors fire over at them. But oh well, just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Speaking of doing things the old-fashioned way, over on this side, more and more demonettes and spawn have moved in, and we've decided to send the CYGORs in, including the Eye of Morsleep, into melee. Well, let's see how the CYGORs are at bullying. Okay, these ones are kind of covered by the trees there, but at least the Eye of Morsleep isn't. And they can, after all, fight in melee. They do decent damage in melee, even if they are relatively fragile. And now it's just a matter of attrition. I mean, tactically not particular, well, there isn't a lot to say tactically about this particular battle. We did back off our chosen Sandgors to allow the Ungor Raiders to take some hits here so that the Sandgors can continue firing, especially into those Exalted Demonettes with their magical arrows. Gotta bring those ladies down, unless they rip our units on the front line apart. Eye of Morsleep is going to be taking damage here. here, down to about 60% HP, though the other two CYGORs protecting each other are in a little bit better shape, and they are completely surrounded by marauders and by spawn. I do love seeing these guys in melee, though. It's quite enjoyable. Not just having to rely on them chucking those rocks, you can also beat jerks to death with them. How are we doing on the other side? Similar sort of thing going on, though it looks like we are winning a little bit more on this side, especially with the CYGORs moving in as well, and the fact that we have our mage and our wargore here. I probably should have separated, or our lord rather, probably should have separated the two to different sides, so that we could have used a little bit more support here, but the mage did cast a few things over to this side as well. So it wasn't quite without support, to be fair. And we do have 3 CYGORs over this side instead of 2 like on the other side. Alrighty, well anyway, still fighting those chaos spawn. We expected them to be a problem at the start, and they damn well have been, but every few blows from the CYGORs does seem to bring a spawn down, so a few more and hopefully all the spawn will finally be done. There we go. Keep on crushing. Though the just crushing things like this feels a little bit not particularly finesseful, which is what I expect a little bit more from its ancient army. But hey, whatever works. Or is it the unexpected nature of this type of fighting that would please Zinch? Anyway, got to change and adapt our strategies after all. I think the changer would appreciate it. Anyway, there we go. Looks like with that, the enemy army will finally shatter. It did take some effort to get through them, and both our CYGORs and all of our missile infantry did take damage, warranting a close victory, but a well-earned one, in my opinion. Another blasted standard, won't say no to that. Now, pretty happy with the battle, actually gave us a proper fight there, and I wanted to see those CYGORs in melee and how they would perform, and they performed fairly well. 20,000 damage on one of them, 17,000 on the Eye of Morsleep as well. Our Sangors also had to fight in melee for pretty much the entire fight, and several of them got quite a bit of damage. 22k and 16k on the Riddle Bleeders. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Enemy army is destroyed. We will be raising the place, looting and raising the place, though we do need to heal. We will hopefully return to our own territory. No, it's a little bit too far. Alright, fine. And then we'll raid, and then we'll raise Zaragoz, and hopefully the next turn. And ooh, yeah, this army is not healing very well. It really needs that Wargore, and it also needs... Where is that Wargore? Don't tell me he got assassinated. Oh no, he's right here. Ooh, I was I was about to get extremely annoyed. We should maybe move to Gualcazar for a few turns and then start building the pile of flesh here just to help with that a little bit. But generally speaking, yeah, this army really don't like auto-resolve. But anyway, with that, we're very much out of time, and I'm going to call the episode here. Next time Taurox continues his rampage, we'll probably attack the rats. I have not yet decided whether we bother fighting this, because frankly, it's, I don't know, 75% made of Skaven slaves, which aren't of threat at all, like to a hilarious degree. Which kind of makes me think that it's a waste of time, but I'll think about it. I mean, Taurox still has to go through all this to get to the Wood Elves and burn down that Oak of Ages, so that is still our main target. Otherwise, we'll get a little bit more action from Khazrag. Hopefully he'll get those Bestigors up and running, though I have a feeling these guys are going to attack him. And just because he's so badly hurt, he's going to move into March stance, and then Gelt will attack. Probably should have gone after him, but once again, I didn't expect the auto-resolve to hurt so much. Anyway, more Taurox to come, just a little bit more, as we run down the last episodes of the campaign. And don't forget to leave those likes and comments below. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.